Morning, good morning. Happy new moon day to you all. Happy new moon in Gemini. It's my new moon because I'm a Gemini. So happy birthday to everybody who is a Gemini. You will either have just had your birthday or you've got your birthday coming up. So thank you for joining me live if you've managed to do so. If Facebook has notified you and you're available. Joy Cook is here with me. You're available, my love, so that's great. At least I have one person with me. I always like to come on a little bit earlier just to gather you in. We're sending the angel call out to you so that you get the vibes and you know to come and gather with us. Because we've got some special messages today. We've got messages for the new moon in Gemini. And it's a special new moon because it's a black moon. And the black moon is when there's two new moons in a single month, which isn't a normal thing. It's a rare occurrence, but it's also a really special new moon because it's the first new moon after eclipse season. So we've had these eclipses, we've had the full moon eclipse, we've had the new moon eclipse, and it's time for us to settle down. It's time for us to really get our breath back. The cosmic dust has settled, and now we can start with the important job of growth and planting those new seeds. So this is a really wonderful time in our lives. This is a time for you to really start thinking about asking questions of yourself. What do I want from my life? Who do I want to spend time with? What do I want to spend time doing? What am I here for? What's missing from my life? Where is my life already abundant? What can I do differently? All of those things, just ask yourself lots of questions because Gemini new moon is infused with this mercurial energy, which is about the mind and our thoughts and questions and action because it's ruled by Mercury. So in order to have a reboot, sometimes you've got to reflect, haven't you? You've got to reflect on the way you've done things and you've got to think about how you can do things differently, how you can take action, because this is all about you working in conjunction, in communion with the universe. It's not just about the universe delivering you stuff like an Amazon parcel. We don't get Amazon parcels unless we go out there and order them, do we? Sometimes we do, though. Sometimes people deliver things by accident, and that's what we call a miracle. So anyway, good morning to you all. I've got 17 of you. I'm going to stop going on now and I'm going to say hello to you, those of you who are watching live, and thank you to everybody who comes back and watches the replay later. I don't love you any less. I appreciate that, you might be asleep or you're at work or whatever you're doing, and thank you for taking the time to do that. You'll also see a little stars icon at the bottom of the screen. If you so wish, you can send me stars. They just start at 1 cent each. Now is the best time to do it before I start going into the messages. So good morning to Joy Cook, Lynn Blythen, Colleen Ann, Sharon Barker, Julie Johnson, Louise Atkins, Helen Gray, Angela Constable. Colleen's ready for a reboot. Oh yes, I'm ready for a reboot as well. Christiane Cotterill, good evening to you, my darling. Leanne Mulder is here. Good morning to you. Teresa McElhill, hello there, darling. Hi to Marianne Lagakar and Fiona White and Sonia Anders. Good evening to you. Good evening to Nicole South and Joanne O'Donnell. And yeah, I think I've exhausted the list of people, so keep them coming. Keep on letting me know that you're here. Happy new moon in Gemini. We're having a lovely reset, so it's time to ask lots of questions of the universe, of yourself, of your life, and then we can have a lovely interactive reading with these lovely symbols of positivity and power. Which one is calling to you? Let's do the collective reading first for all of us. Now, I have to say, just going to put these cards down. Whoops. They're all very, very hyperactive this morning, the cards. Oh, they should be because it's Gemini new moon. And Geminis are known for their giddiness and their excitability. Is that a word? Excitability? Oh, that one wants to come out that way. So that's good. We love that card. Thank you for coming out and showing your face straight away. Gemini's very direct energy. If you ever talk to a Gemini, they'll always tell you how it is. And they talk a lot. So, good morning to Julie Hams and Edith Pemberton and Paula Skirmy. I never know how to pronounce your surname, Paula. Kim Brewer is watching as well. Hello, loves. Oh, Edith Pemberton, hello. So, last week, so I always like to check in with you and say, did anything happen last week that was related to the messages we had? Can you even remember? We got the 5 of air, which was all about vocalizing something. I was saying that you might have to have that tough conversation. Well, that happened to me. It happened to me because I was staggered by how accurate the reading was last week. My next door neighbour, she likes to play her music quite loud, and she doesn't listen to music all the time, so I let it go. There are times when I have to go somewhere else in the house where I can't hear it, but she just seems to have got in the last 3 weeks an Echo Dot. So she's got it turned up full blast, and I can hear her talking to Alexa, going, Alexa, play this song or whatever. And Alexa's going, okay, playing so-and-so. And I can hear every word because she's got it up so loud. And she's taken to, coming down in the morning, she gets up at 4 a.m., but bear in mind, and wakes me up because she's always hammering on the wall, doing DIY at 4 in the morning or clearing a wardrobe out. And she then goes downstairs and asks Alexa to start playing this music. And so we've had Donna Summer, we've had the Eagles, we've had ELO. I can hear every word of every song booming, like the bass is going bang, bang, bang through the wall. Now I'm trying to work here. I'm trying to be more calm and, concentrate. So after 3 weeks of this, the other day, the music just started going on in the evening as well. So all day long and then in the evening, and I just thought, I can't cope with it anymore. It's driving me to the edge of sanity. So I thought, right, I'll get my nice head on. I'll go around on Saturday morning and I'll just say, please, could you turn the music down? So I got to the door. I just knocked on the door. She heard me knocking, and she made this kind of howling noise. She's got a little bit of some kind of issues going on. I don't know what it is. And she would not come to the door. And I knocked a few times, and then when I walked back past the house, I looked just to see whether she was actually there, and she was sitting in the living room staring at me through the window, and I just thought, oh my God. So anyway, I wrote her a really nice letter, and I posted it through the door, and the music has been turned down since then, but I had to do it. I had to take matters into my own hands for my own sanity. So that's what I'm dealing with. That was my news. But that was very reminiscent of the cards. And it said there was going to be a reset and a new beginning happening on the weekend. And that's what happened. So good morning to Leslie Connors. Good morning to Alison Sidoroff. Thank you so much for the stars. Louisa Dwenkler is here. Good morning, Anne McGarry. Cindy O'Shea. Thank you for the stars, Marianne. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, so shall we get going with the messages? See if they can be accurate this week. Andrea Dalto, good morning. So hopefully no more confrontations, or confrontations through the door and me having to write letters to people. I would rather have said it to her face, because it's a lot easier. You can't take it the wrong way then, can you, Because I was going to say to her, if I make any noise, please let me know. I'd hate to upset you or disturb your peace. But she left me no choice. She would not open the door. So, Edith, I don't upset people. It's very hard, isn't it? It's very hard. Sonia's saying you had the same with your neighbour on the weekend, and they left their dog home all alone. It howled all day. Oh, yeah, it's neighbours, I'm always really trying to be a good neighbour. If I thought for 1 minute I'd upset somebody, I'd be mortified, because I don't like it myself. Anyway, new week, new energy. This is the new moon card for us. Oh, we've got the new moon angel. The new moon angel, you see, Gemini is ruled, he doesn't rule, is guided by Archangel Raphael, because he is the guardian of the planet Jupiter. No, he's not. He's a My mouth is going faster than my brain. He is the guardian of the planet Mercury, not Jupiter. Just rewind and erase what I just said there. So anyway, let's start again. Oh my goodness, hello Archangel Raphael. He's a Gemini angel. So he's showing up for us at this Gemini new moon, where we're infused with all of the qualities of Mercury, where we can think straight, we can reflect on things, we can write things, we can speak, we can move forwards with our communication. Isn't this wonderful? Thank you, Archangel Raphael. You are a beauty. I'm so glad to see you. Now, this is where I said to you, write down lots of questions about things that you want to reflect on and think about in your life, you're curious about, and you're asking the angels. And Archangel Raphael's here with us. He's aligned with us. You saw me shuffle those cards live in front of you. I'm just so blessed that he's come here for us this morning. Julie Johnson, I do need a coffee. I've had one already, but it was a bit early, so I need another. What are the big questions you're asking in life? Write them down. If you can answer them, do so, but also leave space for the angels to bring in the answers and the solutions for you as well. Because they bring in miracles and we can manifest things. And also, what you are seeking is seeking you. So when you start asking those big questions, like, who's missing in my life? Where's my soulmate? Where's my, person who's really interested in the things that I like doing that could be a really good friend? Who's the person that I need to go to the cinema with because we love the same movies? Where are they? Bring them in. It's all that kind of stuff. And you are party to this, aren't you, Nicole? Because you've had that miracle from the universe. What is seeking you? What you are seeking is seeking you. Let me just wipe that black mark. I dropped the match that I lit the candles with on the table. There's a little black mark there. So thank you, Archangel Raphael. Now, he's also helping us to make decisions this week because there's some important choices coming up for us, potentially as part of this new moon, because with that reflection, with that insight and wisdom come choices. And we've got to be resourceful enough, we've got to be brave enough to be able to make those choices from the heart that are good choices, that are for our highest good. Do that thing that is best for you, not easiest for you. That's what I say. That's what others say. I think Oscar Wilde said that as well. Don't know. Anyway, lots of wise people say that. And I have gained that wisdom from those wise people. So thank you, Archangel Raphael. He's helping us to connect with what's missing or who's missing. So welcome it all in. And those of you who are open to love, and the missing part of you is out there somewhere, then that person, that soul, might just wander onto your pathway and you might meet up between now and Wednesday. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be amazing? So we've got off to a really good start here. I'm feeling the energy rising. Our second card, oh my goodness, look at this. Double-handed, he's bringing Archangel Michael with him. The Wheel of Fortune. We've got 2 number 10s. Look at that. So you know how I said there's a big reset coming, that we're having a reboot, we're having a fresh start. Number 10 marks the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new one, because we don't just end things and then that's it, the end. When you're sitting in the cinema and the movie's finished and the titles are coming up and then it's the end. And you just stay in the cinema sitting and staring at the screen. You go home and you do something, and you usually are have some kind of positive influence from the film that you saw, or you go out into the world and you do something, you do the next thing. And that's what Archangel Michael is saying to us, that this is all about our advancement in the right direction with the wisdom that we've gained, because we do often repeat things. So Sonia's saying Mercury retrograde, you can't wait for it to end. But you know what? It gives us the chance to do over things. It gives us a chance to reflect and to look back. And then when we do speed ahead, we've got the benefit of that wisdom. So it has a lot to teach us. And in Gemini season, we're willing to learn. We're open to learning because we've got more curiosity. Archangel Michael also helps us to be more positive, Because do you remember what I was telling you last week? That if you want to be attracting the things that you've never had into your life, you've got to be in the vibration of those things. It's like tuning a radio dial. And so if you are whinging and complaining and you're fed up and you know, we all do that. We blame, don't we? Complain. We're victims of outrageous fortune. And then we can go, hang on a second, you know, if I'm doing that, all I'm attracting is more of the same. And if I want this thing that's bigger than anything I've ever had, then I've got to go up to that level. I've got to retune the dial on my radio, so I've got to be receptive. And Archangel Michael's helping to clear out. He's helping to remove the negativity. He's helping you to raise your vibration, lift your energy up to be better than you ever have been before on a soul level. So good morning to Laurie Fantasia. Look, your man's here. We've had Archangel Raphael. We've got Archangel Michael. So look at that. Double whammy. And then we're ending the week at the weekend. So that represented Wednesday through to Friday. And then we have the weekend. And we have the 10 of Earth, which is satisfaction. Satisfaction guaranteed. If you raise your vibration, that is. Gotta be up there with the vibes. Can't be down low. Low, 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 low. So this is about, you know, I have things that I'm so grateful for. I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for the people that surround me. I'm thankful for my angelic team that I can't see, but I know they're out there. I feel their strength. I feel their support. I'm not constantly asking them for things. I'm also grateful to them. And I see the abundance around me. You know, we all have things. Even when we're in our lowest ebb we're surrounded by things that we've accumulated. That certain possession that you'd hate to lose. You love it so much. Be thankful for that. Be grateful. And this is the energy of gratitude of I've grounded and manifested these things. And now I'm going to send the lift back up of gratitude. I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to do those small things. If you can't afford to do nice things, you know, financially, you can smile at somebody. You can do some kind of act of kindness or generosity. You don't have to walk past the crisp bag that somebody's dropped, this piece of litter. You could pick it up and put it in the rubbish bin yourself. You don't have to go, oh, well, it's not my job. It's just all about those very small gestures that you do to be paying it forward, sending the lift back up or the elevator back up. The elevator came down for you, you're sending it back up, it's paying it forward. So I see this as, they call this the having it all card in tarot. But I want to take it a step further because it's about when I have it all, I don't just sit and wrap my arms around it and go, thank you very much, I'll keep this for myself. It's about what can I do to pay it forward? What can I do to be so grateful and blessed and send my gratitude to all of the ripple effect that happened in my own life? Where can I sit in this moment and really feel the blessing rather than sending out my request for even more? Be grateful before you ask for more stuff. So it looks like we've got a lot to be thankful for and grateful for here, doesn't it, my loves? This is wonderful. So Julie's saying you're going to see the Dream Girls at the theatre with your daughters at the weekend. You're grateful for the time you spent together. That's the Dream Girls. That's you and your Dream Girls. Isn't that lovely? I hope you have a wonderful time. I just love theatre. It's amazing. Good morning, Sheila Hamilton and Beth Wilcox. Great new energy coming in. Absolutely, Laurie. Thank you so much for the stars. Jill Erickson's here and Elaine Sagar. Good morning to you, my loves. Auntie Kerry White, Jean O'Callaghan, Mary Casey. Daniel Bowen, good evening to you, my darling. And Kylie Brady is here as well. Andrea Max Gimmings here. Hello, darling. Anybody else? Let's just see. Nobody else has come in. Right, okay, so we can get started. Now, before I get started on the messages for you personally, so have a good look and survey what we got here. So we've got number 1 is a butterfly. We've got all the glitz and the sparkle today. We've got number 2 is a star. Let me show you the glitter on that butterfly. Don't can see that. And then we've got our golden angel as number 3. So number 1's the butterfly, number 2 is the star, and number 3 is the golden angel. Sheila's watching me at work. Oh, I love it when you manage to do that. I hope you can still hear fully. Right, so before I do that, I've got something really lovely to announce to you. I have mentioned and shared it on my page, but I wanted to tell you about it in person. So one second while I just go grab the link. Bear with me. Okay. So here is the link to this. So I have my spirit animal deck coming out. I know some of you who've ordered it, you're waiting patiently to receive it. I've had you asking me, where is it? Well, I'm still waiting for the guidebooks to come. They are being bound as we speak. So they're coming this week. And if I could get them any quicker, I would. But this company that I'm using does not send their print out to anywhere else. They print everything in the house, which means when they get busy, they can only do what they can do. But the quality, my loves, of it is just absolutely superlative. I'm so happy with the very punchy colours, the beautiful saturation, the high quality of it. It's like litho printing. It's honestly, so I've paid more to get better quality and to use a much better company. So that is the Spirit Animals deck and book coming to you very soon, honestly. As soon as it's ready to ship, you will know, you'll get your notification. Now, I'm collaborating with somebody rather special, and we are doing an evening of animal magic. And this lady down here, oops, I didn't mean to do that. This lady down here is called Rachel Norris, and we used to work on a TV channel together, shopping telly, nothing too exciting, but she is, by day, she is a vascular consultant for the NHS. She's a jewellery designer when she's not working on people's veins and vascular system, and she actually studied zoology at university. So she has a passion for jewellery. Let me just show you some of her amazing creations. And she tends to work in different coloured wires, and she really specialises in animals because she loves them so much, and that's what she trained for. So this is her lioness, and then she made this beautiful frog, and she embellishes them with gemstones, and it looks very complicated, but actually she has a process that she goes through, and what she does is she creates these amazing pieces, usually jewellery or wire sculptures, based around her observations of animals and the simple shapes that are created and how you can actually create those in your own artwork. So Rachel and I are teaming up to do a one-off special webinar, and you know, it is to celebrate the launch of my animal deck and guidebook, and also to have some beautiful demonstrations from the lovely Rachel Norris, who's going to show you how you can create these pieces using very simple wire techniques. So the face that she's creating, you can actually turn it from a dog into a bear or a wolf or a cat, because it has a similar shape. There's just a few tweaks and then you get these different animals. So there's going to be a replay as well, so you can watch that. We also have a downloadable document where you'll see some simple instructions on how to do that in your own time. So you can either do it while you're watching along, or you can watch the replay, which I'd advise. I just sit there and wonder and watch her as she goes about this. And the funniest thing was she only took up the wire and the jewellery making when she had her baby. Well, I think he's about 12 now. Maybe younger than that. But anyway, she had a baby very late in life. She had 2 older children, and she kind of suddenly got pregnant, and then she had this maternity leave, and she started making this amazing wire sculptures. But she won she won a TV show which was all about crafting, and the prize was to have your pieces displayed in the Victoria and Albert Museum, which is what happened for Rachel, because she's so talented. So we're getting together to talk about the energy of the spirit animals, the chakras, the crystals that accompany these different animals, how you can connect with your spirit animal, which spirit animal is aligning with you, and then this lovely techniques to learn. No matter what you do, you know, if you don't make jewelry, you might like drawing or, you know, creating art in different ways, and there's always something that we can learn about observation from somebody like Rachel. So I have posted, oh, thank you, used to watch us on Jewelry Maker, Edith. Oh, that's amazing. So I have posted the link. So first of all, if you'd like to book on the webinar, it's just £12.50. And as I said, you get the replay and this downloadable document. And you also can watch it again in your own time, anytime you wish. But it's going to be a one-off thing. And I am collaborating with some amazing people. And more about those different collaborations that are coming up soon. More beautiful webinars with some amazing souls that I'm doing. And I want to share all this with you. So you can book your tickets on the webinar. You can also order my spirit animal deck and the little book of spirit animals, and you still get to enjoy the early bird discount, but only for the next day or so before the books come. Right, shall we get on with the messages then? Shall we get on with them? So if you chose the butterfly, you really are ready for a reboot and a rebirth. Good morning, Susie. So this is your moment. This is your time to shine, and don't hide in a corner. Good morning, Michelle. It's really important that you spread your wings. And this is the start of it all. This is your time to glow up and show up and glow up. So the cards I'm using for this particular part of the reading are the Queen of the Moon Oracle, because I like to use these when we're having a lunar cycle, an important lunar phase like new moon. The second card that I'm drawing is the Angels and Chakras deck by me. So if you chose number 1, what is your message? We have action. Yes, it's time to take action. You're not in the what's the cocoon? That's it. You're not in the cocoon anymore. It's time to rise up and show everyone what you got. Do your twirls. And it's really important that you act, because time is of the essence. It's like sometimes the universe makes you wait and say be patient. Other times it's time to rise and shine. It's time to get out there. It's time to just go for it and do it. Just do it. Okay, let's see what your card says. Oh, you've got the tribe card. So your message from your guardian angel today is you belong with certain people and you're connected on a soul level. Meeting them is your destiny. So what new friends and mentors would you like to enter your life, and how would they enhance your life? So think about who's missing from your tribe. Maybe there's people you haven't seen in a while and you just want to get back together with them. Make that phone call. You know, did you pick this one, Nicole? There you go. See, the universe is trying to facilitate things for you and your man. And this is about you being able to connect with the people that are important. And you know, the soulmate angel, soulmates don't just come in love relationships. They come as friends, they come as mentors, gurus, work colleagues, all kinds of shapes and sizes. And this is him helping to unite you. And you are ready. You're ready to receive them in. You're ready to do that. You know, Archangel Michael showed up earlier and he was saying, your wheel of fortune's turning. It's time for you to shine, to receive the blessings. You've put all of the effort in. It's time for that to come back right at you. The moon is full. It's ready. The moon is new today, but you know, on this card it's full. Okay, so you butterflies, you better get out there flapping your wings, you know, making things happen. And of course, when you do that, there's a ripple effect, isn't there? You just don't know what that ripple effect is. You can never tell. But just know that there is an effect, there's an impact in the world that happens. So start making it. So if you chose a star like me, all the stars shining bright. Look at that. There's the little crystals on here. They make a really lovely sound. It's a lovely little piece of wood. So sometimes we think we're surrounded by darkness. And when it's dark, that's the time. Then you can see the stars shining most brightly, isn't it? So this star is saying to you that all those dark times you've been through, you may still feel like you're in a dark place, that actually you are shining even brighter and you're giving off such a light, and other people are going to be attracted towards you because the darkness has helped you to really marinate in your own beauty, your own power and strength. And this is your time to shine. And sometimes you don't know you're shining because you're in the darkness. You can't see your own light, but others can see you. Okay. So, let's see what these cards have to say about that. Look at this. It's saying will. This is the will. So, this is like a transition. There's a transition been occurring, and it's happening behind her. She can't see it. This is a continuum. So you have been, all the while you've been potted and you've been in the dark, there's been this transit occurring. And you are transiting from one place to another, and something is coming to fullness in your life. And look, like she can't see, she's got a mask on, she's staring at something. It's too close to her to see, but if she could stand back, she would see all of the magnificence that's going on in the background. If she looked down at herself, she would see that the whole of the universe is within her, that she's not alone, that she's connected to so many different things, people, places. It's all waiting to happen. It's like something is sparking up. You know that moment when you put a pan on the hob and you put water in it and it's bubbling away, and there comes a point at which if you put the lid on it, it just starts to bubble over. And I think that this is what's happening for you. There is something coming to fullness, and you're going to see this. It's going to start to be something that you can really observe in yourself. You can see the impact that you're having on others. Isn't that amazing? And then, oh, look at that. So yes, have confidence, have the willpower. This is also the plexus chakra. And it's Archangel Uriel with a message for you today. The stars. You're a star and you don't even know it. No matter how many setbacks I encounter, I keep believing in myself. I know that I have so much potential and that I matter. So what have you done recently you need to be proud of? You need to be polishing your halo. You need to be really concentrating on what have you done. And it's not about you getting awards. It's not about you doing things that you consider to be. They've got to be the big things. It could be that you stuck with something even when you felt like throwing the towel in, when you felt like going, I just don't want to do this anymore, and you just kept going. It's all those times when you had to get resourceful, where you couldn't pay a bill and you had to look around you and you went, I'm going to sell this thing on eBay on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, and then you had the money, where you were resourceful enough to come up with a solution to some household problem, where you couldn't do something but you tried anyway and you succeeded. And it's those things that, you know, the world's blessed because you just keep up, getting up and trying again. So what have you done recently that you're proud of? Think about it, okay? Think about the small things, think about the big things. What passion would you like to pursue further? What are you passionate about? And you might be feeling like, I'm putting my passion into it, but I'm not very good at the moment. I'm learning, I'm growing. But before too long, you're going to be absolutely magnificent because you carried on. And so there's this stickability. It's so important to just stay the course, to believe that you deserve all the beautiful things you're asking for, and to keep taking action and to keep stepping forward, even when you just rather go back to bed. We've all had those days, haven't we? And we can't go back to bed. We've got to get up and we've got to keep trying, and today's another day and tomorrow's another day. We're going to go to the inner Scarlett O'Hara, haven't we? Okay. So number 3, what is your message? Well, we've got our lovely angel. And I always say about this angel, because it's on a shelf, and this is a wonky shelf because my DIY isn't brilliant. I have to do all the things around here. To put a new toilet seat on the main bathroom last week. I'd never fitted a toilet seat before. I was like, how difficult can this be? Oh my goodness. I'm not the best when it comes to following instructions. So anyway, I messed around for ages and I got this toilet seat on. And talk about self-confidence, talk about, you know, saying to myself, what have I done that I'm proud of? I'm proud that I put a toilet seat on. Anyway, I put this shelf up in my little area here. And it's wonky, so I've got a piece of paper jammed in the nail underneath it. And occasionally the piece of paper comes out and then the angel falls over because it goes wonky again. So, it has a little battered wing. But I always say, whoops, she nearly had a battered wing on the other side. She's got a little bit battered there. The angel has these flaws because I tried. And you got to give yourself credit for that. So, you know, just know your own worth. Just because you can't do things perfectly doesn't mean you don't have a value. I won't be hiring myself out for DIY anytime soon when it comes to fitting, you know, shelves and toilet seats. But I can do it. Girl power and all of that. And this is you. You're stronger than you know. And yes, you've got your flaws, but that's because you tried. You went out there and you did it. And go you. Somebody put you on a wonky shelf. It wasn't your fault. You fell over, but it made you stronger. So, what have we got when it comes to number 3 and this angel? We have the balance card. This is beautiful. Look at her. She's wearing a hat. It's like one of those Australian hats, you know, with the corks hanging down. Well, in this case, it's a hat made of clouds. And she's got these lovely moons that are like mobiles hanging from her hat. And she keeps really still. They can just stay there and they won't move. And she's holding the full moon in her hands. This looks like crone energy. She's an older lady and she's got those leaves that they've changed colour and they've become this beautiful russety orange. But there she is. She's in the fullness of her life. And she's achieved that thing that we all want. She's got balance because she's been willing to take her time to listen to the call of her soul. To know the difference between thinking you know it all, you know, being very impulsive. She's thinking things through. She holds the power. You know, she's got that full moon in her heart chakra, on her solar plexus. She's holding the power because she's been around a long time. She's seen a lot of things. You've been through many lifetimes. You're coming into this life with so much wisdom. Yes, you've had your mistakes and your flaws, but you're golden. And balance is something that we cannot buy. You know, we can't go to a shop and buy balance, can we? We've got to find it within ourselves. We've got to be wise enough to know what that means. And to see the bigger picture, to stand still for a moment and to be within that wisdom and that knowing. So just stand within your own power today and know that you have this beautiful moon in your hands, that you have so much wisdom. You can go anywhere, you can do anything. What does balance mean to you? So in your own life, in your own heart, what does being in balance mean? And preserve that with all your heart and soul because it's important to you. Look at that. So we have a beautiful card to accompany it. We have Archangel Sandalphon, who is the angel of groundedness, of our stability, our roots. And this is stability and resources. I'm finding my place in the world. I put down strong roots and the resources that I need are always being provided for me. So it's saying, in what areas of your life would you like greater stability and balance? What resources would you like assistance with? And it's about having the balance enough to know that you can't do it alone. You have the wisdom to know that, you know, I may have to ask for assistance. I may have to go to my guides and my angels to ask for that support and that that wisdom. But it's there for the taking, it's accessible. If I just stop for a moment. The world can spin without me, it's okay. If I just take time out, if I balance out my diary, my life, my thoughts, I can find that stability and the resources that I need. I can manifest them as well. That's what that message is saying to you. So beautiful messages, beautiful angels that came up this morning. Thank you for being here, my lovely companions, as I shared these messages with you. And wishing you a fantastic new moon and all of the blessings that it's bringing for you. And remember, it takes 6 months for it to flow into your life and come to fullness. So in December we'll see, end of November we'll see what kind of blessings it's bringing. And sending you lots of love. Take care. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful week.